Okay. Hello, everybody. This live is going to be very short. I'm going to try and sum it up as best as I possibly can for you. I just watched a movie called For Hope. This movie is about Bob Saget, the comedian and actor. He had a sister named Gay who died from scleroderma. And what he did was chronicle her experiences with it, and therefore it kicked a movement for him to bring awareness to this disease we call scleroderma. Scleroderma basically is an autoimmune disease which in Greek means hard skin. There are certain types of scleroderma. There's the limited kind where it's only limited to the skin part of it, which means that a lot of us suffer with the hardening of the skin, the hands, the joints and everything like that. But then there's the most dangerous, mean, irritating, disrespectful, uncaring disease or type of scleroderma called systemic scleroderma. That disease attacks not only the skin, it attacks the... One moment, guys. It attacks the skin, it attacks the organs, it attacks everything. And what it does, it shortens your life significantly. When I was diagnosed with it, last year, June, July. And when they told me that I had it, I really wasn't sure. I knew about it, but I wasn't sure what it was. I tried to research it as much as I could, and it became a little difficult for me to do that because as you guys know, I have a difficult time reading and comprehending. But it just didn't stick with me very well. I was upset about it, but I didn't think it was going to be like that. Well, it started to show its ass, I would say. As soon as after I got the diagnosis, things started changing. There were some changes before the diagnosis, but even more now, it's starting to show its ass. And I was in denial. Not really full-blown denial, but denial nevertheless. So after watching this movie, at the beginning, she wasn't aware of what was going on. She didn't know why her hands hurt so bad. She didn't understand it. And a lot of people kind of, shoot it off like it was nothing. And what got me is how it was related to what I go through now. She went to doctor after doctor, and they just gave her the most outlandish reasons. They said it was dermatitis. They said it was rheumatoid arthritis. Then the one doctor said, "Have you ever thought about seeing a psychiatrist?" You know what, guys? I was asked the same stupid ass question when I was telling them, why is this happening? Why I can't use my hands? Why I'm in so much pain? And the first thing this doctor said, Dr. Dick said, he said, "Have you ever seen a psychiatrist? Do you want to see one?" Like, all of this was in my head. I can relate to Hope in that aspect. Now, at the beginning, I was like, dead on, girl, yes, this is exactly what I go through. But as the movie progressed, I saw her life change. She was a devoted teacher. She loved her job. She loved people. She had a very great personality. And this disease stripped her of all of that. And then I saw her body change. Her health deteriorated. And when she finally went to see another doctor, this doctor said that all the diagnosis that she's gotten before her was wrong. And that's when she introduced Hope to scleroderma. And her family was like, what the hell is scleroderma? And the doctor explained and said there was two types. And because at that time, Hope only had the hand manifestations. Like, she couldn't, you know, do this. And I know it's very hard for me to do it because I can't really close my hands down into a complete fist because of it. But they were like, well, she got that kind, right? The kind where you can live like for the rest of your life and nothing happens. They said no. She has the second type, which is systemic. And that one is potentially death. Not deadly, maybe. No. Deadly, gonna happen, but they don't know when. But in the movie, at that time, this movie was made 30 years ago. At that time, they didn't have all the sophisticated medications and things like that. But nevertheless, it's the same exact struggle. They told her in the movie that she had 10 years to live. Unfortunately, it was shorter than that for this movie. But that's what they told her. The life expectancy with someone with systemic scleroderma is 10 years. That part, when I heard that part, I cried like a bitch. Because, guys, I have systemic scleroderma. They didn't tell me it was limited, but my scleroderma hit my organs first. It didn't hit my skin first. It hit my organs first. And it's still attacking my organs. Like, the main organ that this disease is attacking for me is my heart. That sucks. Like, it sucks like hell. That's the main organ it's attacking right now. It's damaging it. I'm having issues with it right now. No, even though a lot of nurses that I speak with say, go to the hospital. Girl, please. Go to the hospital. Why? So they can tell me, oh, girl, it's gas. Look, I know when it's gas because my mouth and my ass will be talking at the same time. So I know what gas is. Okay? Or they'll tell me, take a Tylenol. Bitch, I took almost a full jar of Tylenol. That shit don't work. Anybody with a painful autoimmune disease know that Tylenol ain't gonna do a damn thing. Go to the hospital for them to say what? You're not dying. So we're not gonna do anything. Go to your PCP. What the hell? Anybody with an autoimmune disease know that PCPs don't do a damn thing. They don't do shit. The only thing they do, how are you feeling? What's going on? Did anything change? Blah, 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 blah. Bullshit, blah. They just write notes. Yeah? Pain? Let's write that down. What else? It's like taking orders at a freaking restaurant. Like, the next thing they may say is, paper or plastic? Do you want fries with that? That's what we get from our PCPs. Okay. So, after watching that movie, I cried. Dude, I was seriously freaking bawling. And I'm like, that's me. Because, as you guys can see, I am pleasantly plump at the moment. And the reason why is because of my heart. Like I said, my scleroderma is damaging my heart rapidly. Okay, it fluctuated my heart, and it's tearing the muscles in it. So basically, as it pumps, is damaging my heart more and more and freaking more. Okay, so as I'm seeing this and I'm seeing this and I'm seeing Hope suffer, I'm like, what the bruh? It hit home for me, and it sucked more when her parents were optimistic parents, but sometimes they were a little too optimistic, meaning she's gonna get better. She just needs rest. Do does this sound familiar to anybody? She's gonna get better. She's gonna just pop out of bed, guys. She just needs sleep. She needs this, that. They just MD all up in there. They just know what we need to do, what we need to take. You'll get better. You'll get better. You'll get better. Look, dickheads. No, we won't. And this movie hit home because she didn't get better. And the sad part and the most screwed up part about it is that her people didn't notice that shit, didn't say anything, just let her believe that she was going to get better. Now, I can understand it going into remission sometimes, but then again, Scleroderma has a mind of its own. It has no start or stop time. It does exactly what it wants to do. We don't have control over it. So what makes you think family or doctors can control it? Sometimes medications can't control it. So when I was looking at this movie, and it made me cry because it's me. And even though it was 30 years ago, it still remains the truth today. Because unfortunately, we have a lot of warriors out there that's dying today from this nasty, disrespectful son of a biatch just attacking shit. It's like a burglar just come all up in your crib and just fuck shit up for no damn reason. Just screw everything up. Just throw your shit all around the house. That's what Scleroderma does. It creeps his little happy ass all up and through your body and just throw your furniture around. It box your heart a little bit. It may puncture your kidney for a little bit. It may get your muscles and go to scratching that shit. That's what Scleroderma does. It has no heart, no remorse. It has no thought pattern, no sympathy. It has none of that. So if you have family members and things like people like that that constantly tell you, oh, take a pill, or do this, or exercise, that kid, exercise? Really? You really think doing Jane Fonda is going to make me feel better? Do you really think water aerobics is going to make everything okay? Do you really think taking an Advil is going to just take all this away? No. What it did, people, is that movie, I suggest you guys watch it. Even if you don't have scleroderma. I think a lot of you out there needs to watch this movie. It's called For Hope. It's the movie that Bob Saget based the life of his sister on. I think it was made in 1996. So it was a long time ago. And that's when scleroderma was out there, but it wasn't like a main focus. And a lot of doctors didn't study up on it. They didn't research it at that time. Even though they are now, you still have a lot of doctors today that dismiss scleroderma and won't treat it. That's what they tell me. And I suffer now and today because of it. I'm in a wheelchair because of it. I have stage 2 congestive heart failure because of it. I'm on oxygen because of it. I have pulmonary arterial hypertension because of it. I'm losing everything because of it. And down the line, eventually, I will lose my life because of it. And I want to also ram this home. As you guys see, I am a black woman. A lot of times when you go to these support sites and these research sites, you see nothing but whites and Hispanics and people around the world. Barely have you ever seen a black woman tell the world how this disease has affected her life. And because of that, a lot of blacks don't believe that it exists, and they don't get the proper testing to find out if it's a possibility. And a lot of us die because doctors don't mention this disease. I'm sorry. Now, I have nothing against lupus or MS, and those are the main ones that are mentioned, but scleroderma is not. It is just as real as any other autoimmune disease. Just as fucking real. And for some reason, these doctors are not saying anything, especially towards the black community. And because I was diligent, that's how I was able to get the diagnosis at a quicker rate. If I was in the mindset that we don't get sick like that because all we see are white faces, Spanish faces, all different types of faces and not this face, of course we're going to have the mindset that this is not going to happen to us. Well, I'm sorry. I'm a black woman and it's happened to me. So I want to bring awareness to that too. Scleroderma, lupus, MS, muscular dystrophy, spinal bifida, all these diseases have no color barrier. It can attack any race, creed, sex, anything. As long as you're a human being, it can affect you too. So what I suggest my YouTube followers do, when you go get your annual physical and they do blood work on you, make sure that you ask your doctor to perform a ANA test on you. ANA is called an anti-nuclear antibody test. What that test does is it tests you for any type of strain of autoimmune disease. It'll basically say positive or negative. If it says negative, cool beans, you have nothing to worry about. But if it says positive, I'm sorry, you have some type of autoimmune disease, and thus the journey begins, because then you have to get more tested to see which autoimmune disease you have. See, me, guys, Miss Dazzy has, I'm not going to say two, I'll say I have scleroderma, lupus, sinus, ankylosing spondylitis, fibromyalgia. I have more than 5 autoimmune diseases. The top 2, scleroderma and lupus. Did I get lucky? How did it happen? Hereditary. It was passed down, unfortunately, from my father. And I had no idea. Until one day I got sick, and it was 5 years ago. Yeah. I got sick one day, and no one could explain why. But I kept going, and I kept going to the ER, and I kept going to be seen. And finally, they told me that I have an autoimmune disease, and now it was narrowed down. But I'm being tested for more of them. They want to test me now for multiple sclerosis. Like I don't have no more shit on my plate. And I know you guys are like, well, damn, girl, you still here? Yeah. That's because I refuse to let these diseases kill me immediately. I will fight till there's no more fight left. And this is why I do this. This is why I have a YouTube channel. This is why I am passionate about advocacy when it comes to autoimmune diseases, not just scleroderma, but all of them. Because I even advocate wheelchair. People wheelchairs, wheelchair life. I go hard for you too. Because there's a YouTuber, her name is Lolo. She has a channel, it's called Sitting Pretty. I suggest all of you check her out. She's very inspirational, funny as fuck. And she makes it, she lives her life. She lives it to the fullest. Regardless if she has a disability or not, she lives her life. And she lives it, man. I have nothing but love for that girl. And there's a few others, but I'm not sure. Oh, guys, my legs. I'm not trying to be her or anyone else. I'm just being Miss Dazzy. And I just want you guys to understand how serious this is. This is a serious disease. This MFO right here, this logo, that's me. I am a scleroderma warrior. I'm a lupus warrior. I'm a polymyositis warrior. I'm an ankylosing spondylitis warrior. I am a fibromyalgia warrior. I, yeah, I'm all that. I'm all that. And even though I got all that going on, you guys see this smile? It's because I'm still here to talk to you about it. And this movie hit home. I'll say it hit home about 95%. Before I was like a 40%. I knew the disease was there. I just didn't pay attention to it. I didn't take it in a lot. I just let it fester and just let it sit there in this little corner. But Smoothie for Hope brought it home for me. And what it did, on top of all the other YouTubers out there that's disabled, it made me enjoy and love my life more. And I decided consciously to do more things in my life before it gets too bad. And because I'm in the early stages of scleroderma, um, I'm going to live it as much as I possibly can. That means no negativity from jerk offs, no more doctors telling me bullshit, no more people um, like throwing my disease into the wind like it ain't shit. No more of that. It's gonna be straight up in your face if you don't back the hell up with that stupid crap. That part. So it's all that put together. Um, and people like Lolo said in her live tonight. It's I think people, able-bodied people, don't really care about the disabled community. I don't think people really give a crap. I think they put us in this category where we're just nobodies, just floating around, which we're aliens or something, like we're mutants, like we're the next family of X-Men. They don't treat us like we're um, humans. They treat us like we're drones. And I think it's wrong. I think the world is screwed up because people care more about popping it, twerking it on video, getting butt booty naked, all up on Facebook, all up on showing the girls all the time and doing ridiculous crap. This is what I think. I think a lot of able-bodied people need to wake the hell up and realize that we are here. We're a force to be reckoned with, and we're coming out in mass numbers. The disabled community will no longer walk or roll past it anymore. We're not going to sit back and allow you to disrespect us or ignore us. We're out here. And We're going to make our presence known, baby. Best believe it. And I'm one of those women. And I just want people to listen, and I just want my message out there. And another reason why I'm doing this is because I want this message to continue if I'm here or not. And it should be, it's coming from me, it's coming real. This is what it is. Miss Dazzy's crazy, yes. Miss Dazzy jokes a lot. Hell yeah. I like to have fun, I like to joke, I like to play. But tonight, this is some serious business. Scleroderma, lupus family, MS family, anybody that has an autoimmune disease or disability, you're not alone. There are more of us out here. Don't let these able-bodied jerks make you feel less than who you are just because they feel like they're better than you. It comes down to everything. Life, dating, love, family. We get the short end of the stick with that. And no longer will we accept that stick. We'll just throw it back at your ass. Simple and plain. But for Hope, that movie, Bob Saget, thank you. Even though it took me 30 years to watch it, I was one of those people that felt like this disease won't happen to me. I was one of those people that felt like nothing will happen to me. I was one of those people. And now I'm on the Scleroderma team. I can now say that that movie is a really, really beautiful thing. And I'm so sorry for you losing your sister in that way. And I don't think anyone with a heart can watch their family member die like that. But one thing I can say about her is that she died being her. She didn't let that disease stop her from being who she was. And that's the message I want to pass out there. No matter what disease you have, no matter what disability you have, never let it stop you from being who you are. Never. Yes, it's taking over your body like a freaking invasion of the body snatchers. But you know what? It can't take your spirit. It can't take your hope, your faith. It can't take your personality. It can take your body, but it will never take your spirit. And what I suggest you guys do is to watch that movie. No matter if you have an autoimmune disease or not, I want you guys to get a clear picture on what Scleroderma can do to people. It is a nasty ass disease. It doesn't care about your children. It doesn't care about your mothers, your fathers, your family members. It could care less about any of you. Any of you. It doesn't pick and choose. And I think a lot of times people, when they look at me, they see me energetic. You know what? I deserve an Oscar because I act well a lot. But if anybody can ask me, I feel like shit. I'm looking at you right now and it looks like I'm aware, I'm up, I'm this. Guys, I feel like I was hit by a train 4 times. And it's very hard to go through a normal day with this disease. I don't think we know. I don't think we know what get well means. I don't think we remember what it feels like to feel better. You know? I think the best thing we can do as loved ones of a person with this disease is to let them be themselves, but don't lie to them Don't tell them that, you know, if they're when they start to get worse and you know they're dying. Don't sugarcoat anything. Let them be themselves, but tell them in a way that they'll be able to handle it. And we know, you know, that it is what it is. But we hate it when people around us say, "You're gonna jump out of that bed at any point." No, we won't. You're going to get better. No, we won't. It's going to clear up. No, it won't. You ever heard the term, it'll get worse before it get better? That doesn't work with scleroderma, lupus, MS, or any autoimmune disease, my dears. It doesn't get worse and better. It gets worse, then it gets worse. That's it. We There's no way of knowing when and how this disease will worsen. We could be fine on Monday, and on Friday we're in the ICU. That's how brutal this disease is. We, as people that carry this disease, we don't know. Like right now, I could be talking to you right now, and tomorrow you guys will get someone on here saying Miss Dazzy in the hospital, fighting for her life. That's how nasty this disease is. That's how real this shit is. Guys, stop playing. It's nothing to play with. You people that's well, it's nothing to play with. It's not a joke. And it's easy to be on the outside of this disease looking in and saying encouraging words, but it's even harder for the person that's carrying it. It's even harder for us to even fathom the fact that we even have it. And how would you like it? Let me break it down. How would you like it if you went from being able to dress yourself to barely dressing yourself? You didn't get it? How would you like it if you went from being able to put on socks, pants, shirts, and do your hair, or brush your furrow or whatever you do, to going to not being able to do none of it? How would you like it? Would you like that? How would you like it going from taking a regular bath to taking longer baths because it's harder for you to clean yourself? You have to take twice as long to clean yourself because you don't have the ability to move fast enough. How would you like it to not get adequate rest? How would you like it to be in pain 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, with no let up? Every day I'm in pain. Every single day. There's no stop period. There's no pain that comes and goes. When it's there, and it's not going. How would you like it if you got to hear people tell you that your heart is damaged and it's only going to go downhill from there? How would you like to hear that? How would you like to go from walking, running, to being in a wheelchair for the rest of your life, no matter how long it is? How would you like that? Hmm? How would you like the way I look right now? Like that? Do you want one? Hmm? Do you like the fact that your body swells up and there's nothing you can do about it? And it's not the food you eat. It's your heart that's doing it. See how big my hands are? You know what that is? Water. Would you like that? So before you pass judgment, before you look at this disease like it ain't shit, take a look at me. And take a look at anyone with scleroderma or lupus or anything like that. And you tell us then, Doctor, how would you like it if it was you? Hmm? Let me tell you something, guys. Although my granddaughter is a little over a month old, before she fell asleep in my arms, I told her this. I told her, little angel, my prayer is to be here long enough for you to look at me and remember who I am. At a month and some days old, she doesn't know who I am. And I continue to fight so that she'll be old enough to know that I'm her grandma and that she remembers me for who I am. And she remembers me, period. It'll be heartbreaking to know that something happened to me and she's too young to know who I am. And it's very, very hard for my son to tell his daughter about me when she has no visual picture of me and she has no mental memory of me. Do you know how hard it is to look down at that baby and say that? Huh? Do you know how hard it is? You have no idea. Do you know do you know how difficult it is and how scared I am? Just like Hope in that movie, she was scared. She was angry, outraged. That's what this disease does. It brings out the angry and the pain. Your life don't even have a number anymore. You can't say grow old, because you won't. And for you guys to sit here and not give a damn, that sucks. I have supporters, yes. But you know what? I don't even know what to say on that. If you guys are looking at me right now, I'm humbled and scared. This is why I started this channel. I want you guys to see what scleroderma looks like. And through my time on here, I'm going to show you even more, even the parts that you don't want to see. I promise myself, no matter how I change physically, you're going to see from a real perspective how it looks. Another reason why I'm doing this is just because there's no black people, there's not a lot of black people on these websites like Scleroderma Foundation, scleroderma.org. You don't see it. But you know what? Because I'm me, I'm going to take you through it all. I'm going to show you everything. From what I look like now to what I look like then. I think that's the only way to show you guys what it's like. But I'm going to show it to you with me living my life, though. There will be no, oh, woe is me. No. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to go out as me. But I'm going to show you what I go through with this. There's going to be days where I'm going to look a mess. But I'm going to show you. That's showing you what it looks like. There are going to be days where I'm going to do live broadcasts from a hospital bed. I'm going to show you. And these videos will remain up as long as YouTube allows them to be up, so that it can educate even more people. And this is another reason why I'm doing it. I'm leaving behind a video legacy for my family, my granddaughter, and people out there. And hopefully it'll get to the right people and I can bring it out in a bigger scale. Just to educate everybody and show you that this disease is real, and it's especially real in the Black community. And maybe it'll get more people to get tested, and it'll get more people treated before it gets worse. See, I didn't have that luxury because I was dismissed immediately by doctors. They didn't want to believe me. And the more they ignored me, the worse I got. And that's why I am where I'm at today. On oxygen, failing heart, non-functioning kidneys, deteriorating muscle strength, and in a wheelchair. What can I say? But I'm gonna do it as me. So to end this, I just want you guys to check out that movie. It's called, again, For Hope. It's the movie Bob Saget brought out about his sister who battled and unfortunately passed away from this disease called Scleroderma. And so you guys can get the gist of what we go through. And even if it's about scleroderma, lupus people, and all these people suffering from autoimmune diseases, you guys can relate to what they're going through somewhat. You can't understand, you can't know what they feel like, but you can relate. And on that note, I hope you guys had a banging New Year. Did you turn up for me? Did you hit that? Drink a drink? Did you turn up for a sister? I hope you did, because I can't drink. Damn, it sucks. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. Not sure what the next video is going to be about, because you guys know this channel is not like planned. Like, I just come on here spur of the moment, like whatever hits me, that's what I'm gonna bring to you. So on that note, thank you guys, I appreciate you, and